Hey guys, it's Cash, and today I'm going to talk about LeBron James. So, I've never liked LeBron James as a player, never been a big fan. I always attribute it to me being from Chicago, me experiencing the epic greatness that we have had here for Chicago sports teams for so long. And it wasn't until recently that I really started to see that I do not like LeBron James as a human either. And there's lots of reasons for this. I feel like he's sold out to China. Okay, that's reason number one. I feel like what he's done to the NBA is awful with the social justice, with the virtue signaling. I feel like it's very unfair for players that are not making nearly as much money as him, that are losing fandom, and that are having to be, chastised for these things that he is so outspoken about. So he's a sellout, he's a bigot, he's been on the news saying that he doesn't like white people, that he'll do anything to stop white people, and he's canceled numerous white people, the guy from the Clippers, for example. Okay, so he's basically wielded his power, okay, and this is just an example of what happens when someone with power and influence has awful, terrible ideology. This is how damaging that this can be to a culture and a society. So he's basically driven the NBA into the ground, does not seem to care one bit whatsoever, because he knows that at any time he can just take his talents over to China. And if I'm in the NBA, I'm saying, maybe it's time, LeBron. Maybe it's time you do take those talents over to China and give the rest of us a chance to salvage, what you've basically scrapped over here. But that's just something that I would do. So, then you have Star Wars, okay? Star Wars Disney, owned by China. Star Wars took Finn off of their movie poster, okay? Pretty sure a lot of people are saying it's because he's the only black character. Why would you take the only black character off of a movie poster? I don't know. Then another point I want to bring up is Jack Ma. Jack Ma is a Chinese billionaire. Jack Ma is pretty outspoken about the Chinese Communist Party, and he is now living in a dungeon in fear of his life because China does not want him speaking on any more public platforms about communism or anything like that. So if they have taken one of their own billionaires, Chinese, paying their taxes, doing everything that they want him to do, what do you think they're going to do to LeBron James when this whole plan comes to fruition? Okay, so now China is saying that being gay is a mental illness. So to me, here in the United States, white people, we've accepted the fact that if someone's gay, they're just gay. Protect yourself, live your life, go ahead. Now China in 2021 is saying that it's a mental illness. I think that's bringing people back about 60 years. And it's not just gay people that are being brought back 60 years. It's black people as well. This type of ideology that this man is pushing on people is bringing his people back 60 years. Okay? I wonder how his friend Dwayne Wade feels about these comments about China. Somebody ask him about it. So everything's about the money, and sometimes the money just isn't worth it for certain things. So I know a little bit about Chinese people, okay? I've dealt with them on multiple occasions, okay? They don't like Americans. They don't like white people. They think that we are fat and stupid, because most of us are. But if you sit down and you actually get a chance to talk to them, because usually they just shoo you away, and all my experience comes from the strip club, but you can get a lot of worldly experience from the strip club and events and just dealing with different people from all over the world. So if they find somebody from the Western world, you know, that they deem us pretty much bunch of dipshits, if they find somebody that they can talk to and that knows things about the world and what's going on in it, they'll be intrigued by you, because we're not supposed to know that. We're not supposed to be smart enough to know these things. All we're supposed to want to do is watch sports and, you know, eat McDonald's. That's what they think of us. That's the truth. So you have this man, LeBron James, playing into a hand of these people that hold these ideologies. Okay, they're like the modern day Nazis. There's no other way to put it, because when you go to a strip club, an Asian man, what they're looking for is a blonde with big boobs, okay, skinny. And if they do want a brunette, petite. Okay, so not me. So I am not their type. If we were, you know, in China's Nazi realm, you know, I would be one of the ones to go. They like skinny blondes, they like petite people, they like people that they can dominate. Okay, they don't like black people. Black people are on stage. If a black woman's on stage, they're scoffing at her. Okay, it's not mean, I'm just being real. This is my experience. I've worked in many different states, okay? And if there are too many black people, black girls working at a certain establishment, you will not see any Asian people there. That's just me being real. So how can you tell me a man, we're supposed to listen to a man that is willing to bring his own people that he claims that he cares so much about back 60 years? So that is my question for you guys, and that is all that I have to say for today. I hope that everybody has a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.